There is no way that you can tell me with the engineering capability that we have today that didn't exist 73 years ago that we are incapable of securing our border if we have a president that says this is a priority and we will do it. And I will do it.
Governor Mike Huckabee offering his closing remarks at the Family Leadership Summit recently held in Ames, Iowa. Governor Huckabee, you heard him right there talking about securing the border. And when I asked him about it, he had a specific goal in mind: getting the border sealed and secured in 1 year's time. Certainly, his policy differs from that of the current administration. Now, part 4 of my exclusive interview. It appears he has definitely struck a nerve on illegal immigration. What is the Mike Huckabee policy on illegal immigration?
Seal the border within a year, which I believe I will do. And here's why. I've heard people wring their hands and act like, well, we can't do that. Well, of course we can. JD, 73 years ago, we built a road between British Columbia and Alaska, a 1,700-mile road in some of the most difficult terrain and difficult weather conditions on Earth. And we did it in less than a year. And that was with the engineering capability of 73 years ago. Think about being able to build a secure border. We can do that, and we certainly can do it in less than a year. So that's what we should do. It's what I've pledged to do. As president, it's what I will do.
There's been so much talk from the open borders enthusiasts that families are torn asunder by illegal immigration. Governor, is it time to consider a compassionate way to reunite those families in their country of origin?
Well, that's up for those families to decide, but we have laws and people need to abide by them. Until we secure the border, nothing else matters. And I think sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. We want to say, what's step 2? Well, step 1 is secure the border. People don't take our laws seriously because we don't enforce them. And we don't enforce laws if we don't enforce the border. Step 1, enforce that border. Step 2, if people break the law once they are here, there should be no question about the consequences of that. They should have to go home. Now, sending them home doesn't work if the border isn't secure, because then you have the case, like we did in California, where the guy was captured, sent back, captured, sent back. But it's an open door. He just keeps coming, and 6 times later, he then murders a young 32-year-old beautiful girl who's just out with her dad. That should never have happened. JD, it wouldn't have happened had that border been secure. So that's where it all starts, right there.
When I was serving in Congress, George W. Bush came to Arizona to sign the Secure Fence Act. The fence has not been built.
Right.
Would President Huckabee waive Davis-Bacon requirements, do whatever was necessary to build the border fence?
It's not even about waiving requirements. It's just about saying this is a priority and we're going to get it done. Frankly, it would put some Americans to work who could use the work. We've already seen instances of when a border that is secured works. San Diego, your former colleague, my good friend, Duncan Hunter, worked hard to get the funding to put a secure border around San Diego, and it dramatically changed and transformed the whole nature of what was happening with illegal immigration around San Diego, because he just had the good sense to say, look, we got to protect the border. They did it. That, to me, is a great reminder that border security works. I've been in Israel dozens and dozens of times. First time was 42 years ago. A few years ago, I got in a helicopter and I flew the entire length of the Israeli security fence, the fence that caused them to be just brutalized and pilloried in the international media. They were condemned for it. But they went from 1,000 suicide bombings a year in which radicals would come across their open border and put bombs and kill little kids in cafes and schools and school buses. They went from 1,000 a year to 0 a year. 0. They ended the suicide bombing because they control their border. This is something that not only I know we can do, I know we must do.
A quick programming note in order here. Be sure to be with us tomorrow night as we'll have part 5 of my exclusive interview with Mike Huckabee. Now, Newsmax wants to know which of these candidates has your vote. Might it be Donald Trump, Mike Huckabee, Scott Walker, somebody else? You can cast your vote for your choice for the Republican nominee in 2016 by going to newsmaxpolls.com. That's newsmaxpolls.com. And after you cast your vote there, you can drop me a little note here. We love hearing from you, and it's easier than ever. Look at this. You can use email, Facebook, Twitter. Yes, that's right. You can tweet me, but you can also use our website. Just go to newsmaxtv.com/comments. That's newsmaxtv.com/comments. And there's more of Newsmax Prime straight ahead, so stay with us.